Hello everybody. Right, as usual, just got to wait for my feed to come through on my phone, so I'm just going to... Right, as you can see, I'm doing some nice brightly coloured cards again tonight, and you probably will recognise some of the patterns from last week. But I'm doing something slightly different with them tonight. Oh, I've got a feed already. Excellent. Oh, right, hold on, turn my volume down so I'm not repeating myself. Right. So now we've actually got natural daylight tonight, which is amazing because the clocks have gone forward. So we're going to see how we get on. I have got my other lights on just in case because I've got a feeling we are going to lose the light eventually. But anyway, we'll see how we go. So, right, nobody's here yet. I'm just going to carry on as usual. Right, so we've got two cards tonight. Now this one we're going to do, and this is called Scrappy Strip Technique, and it's actually a newish technique. Well, it's a play on an old technique, I think, but Bruno Bertucci, which is Kylie's husband. Kylie Bertucci is a very famous big demonstrator in Australia. Her husband came up with this idea, and so it's called the Scrappy Strip. Hello Wanda, how are you? Oh, and Susan, hiya. So yeah, I'm just saying this is a fairly new technique, although it's just a play on an old technique. It's called the Here we go. Scrappy Strip Technique, and it's by Bruno Bertucci, who's married to Kylie, and he came up with this. He's her support and demo, so married to her. But so yeah, he came up with this technique of just using. You can use old scraps, or you can just cut up a piece, which we're going to do tonight. I'm going to show you how to cut it up. Hello, who's that? Oh no, that's Annalise getting a message. Right, right. I thought Annalise had popped up. No, right. So going to do this, and you'll see it's the papers that we used from last week. I'm just using them up, and I do believe I've heard today celebration actually ends tonight at 10 o'clock, and these are in the free in the celebration, but I believe they've sold out, but I could be wrong about that, but hey ho. So yeah, we're going to do that, and then this is the sentiment is from the new Ornate Garden Suite, which I've been using, and that goes live to customers tomorrow. So I'll talk more about that in a minute. And this is the other one we're going to do using the floral design from that. So rather than just one big design, I thought I'd cut it up. Yet again, I pinched another idea from Emma Goddard, who did this on Sunday, but I've just slightly changed how she did it. She did a card that way round and just stamped images all over, whereas I've just used one stamp. It just goes to show you there's lots of ways you can use the triptych technique, and I do like triptych, and I did some scrapbooking the other day and did the same thing, which I will... No, I'll show you actually quite now. Yeah, so I did a scrapbook, and some of you have seen this scrapbook page for the first time in ages, and I can't get it all in, but you see I got a photo and I cut that into three, into a triptych as well, so I've got a bit of a thing for that at the moment. So yeah, back on my scrapbooking. So if card making doesn't float your boat, maybe scrapbooking might. It's an excellent way to get your photos put in an album and just to record some memories and everything. So anyway, we'll crack on. Hi Sandra, hope you're well as well. Right, which one are we going to do? Right, this one. Right. Now, would you believe, 10 minutes before going live, I suddenly realised that I haven't got all the papers done. So, haha, I've been quickly trying to colour this one in, and I haven't finished it, but I can finish it off later. I can do it when it's on the card. So, yeah, so as you can see, it's all made up of strips, and underneath, I don't know if you can see, it's on a copper foil layer. So, got a copper foil layer all cut out, ready, and it gets mounted up on that. But yeah, it's very quick and easy. So you can just do it with 2 colours or 3 colours, up to you. As many as you like. You can use anything, any DSP, double-sided paper, or any pretty papers that just match all together would work, and a coordinating colour, obviously. And you're going to get lots of cards out of 3 of these. So I'm going to use our mini cutter, which sadly, as of tonight, you won't be able to get hold of. You can only get hold of it if you join up as a demo. And so that finishes at 10 tonight. So anyway, we'll put the card stock in, or paper, whichever you're using. And basically, you don't have to even butt it up there. We're just going to go in at an angle. So you probably want to get about 8 or 9 strips, or at least out of a sheet. So you're just going to cut them up. And as long as you go at an angle, rather than just straight. I mean, you could do straight ones. I think this just creates a little bit more interest this way. And I have to say, I was very good earlier. I thought, oh, I'll keep all my pieces all straight and make sure that they all, but you don't need to. It doesn't matter if they get jumbled up because it won't make any difference because you're not placing them near each other. So, but yeah, there's loads of ways you could put a rubber stamp. I mean, as you see on this one, I've just done a thank you sentiment. But if you wanted to, you could use papers and the stamp set that matched. I did actually mean to make some more samples today, but I ran out of time because I don't know how, but I do. I did some tidy. Yeah, I did tidy my craft room up a little bit today as well because it was getting a bit bad. So same with the cardstock. We're just going to cut some strappy. I can't get my teeth in right tonight. Scrappy. So I think you can probably guess what I'm doing. Just angle it. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I'm probably in my own way, but can you see that? They're coming out at an angle anyway, like this. So, and all will be revealed. That's probably a bit wide. Watch you don't cut your fingers. So just you can try and keep these ones separated a little bit, just so you've got them. But yeah, you can see I'm going to be able to make quite a few cards out of 3 strips. I better get everything on today because there's quite a lot to do tonight. Mind you, not a lot else to do, is there, ladies, other than watch telly. I don't know what's on tonight. We did watch a film last night. We watched Frozen 2, which was released yesterday. That was good. I did see it at the cinema. And just in case anybody didn't see my post that I posted, and anybody who's a fan of Les Miserables, if you went to see the live showing a little while ago when it was broadcast live at the cinema, that's actually been released on DVD on April the 20th on Amazon. Just to give you that little bit of info there. I've already pre-ordered it because I can't wait because it was fabulous. It really was fabulous. So, back to our card. Oh, I'm just going to quickly explain to you about the layers as well. Right, now I haven't started to use a technique that by Kylie, yet again, Kylie Bertucci. She brought out, anybody who has trouble doing their cardstock layers. Hi Bev, hope you're well. So, you got your card, oh, that's inside. She's come up with a system basically. Let's explain it. Right, the cardstock layers. You could buy. I'm going to put the link to this afterwards. Now this is our UK measurements. She did it UK metric, UK imperial, and she did one for US and Canada. That's absolutely ideal for me if I want to do blogging and want to do universal posts or global posts. I need all measurements because I'm not very good at converting them. So, but anyway, so what she's done, she's just done a load of layers. I don't know if you load of measurements in the certain colours, the cardstock colours. So 14.9 times 21. Cut one piece of A4 cardstock in half basically, and that's your base layer. And these all create lots of layers. So when she does a tutorial, she'll just say, oh, I've used Melon Mambo layer, which is we know is 14.2 or 9.8. You can cut it. I haven't got around to cutting mine all up yet. But yeah, so tonight what I shall say to you, if I've got it written down, which I have. So on this one, I'm using a Poppy Parade layer, which is the Floaty Flamingo, so this one. So we know if it's Poppy Parade, it's at 14.4 by 10 centimetres. Cut it at that. And then there's, I've lost the copper layer, there it is. Then the Whisper White layer is Mango Melody layer, which is 13.7 times 9.3. I'm probably not explaining this very well. So it's just, and then the copper I've done at Daffodil Delight. So that's 13.4 by 9. So they all kind of just fit in. So some of, yeah. It's just a quick way to go to do your layers that you know are going to fit. If you're not very good with your measurements or remembering measurements, it's just very good to help you. But hopefully I'll be using that more, and I'll start to explain it a little bit more and a little bit better of how it works. Perhaps if I actually get round to cutting the layers out, I might be able to explain it a bit better to you as well. So, but for now, we're going to go back to this. We need our glue. I'm going to have that there. So we're just going to start putting our strips on. Oh, I just remembered I put that one upside down. Never mind, don't suppose it matters. So the first one, you want to make a start, and you want that flat up to the edge really, because it just makes it easier. So, flick of glue. You do want to make sure you've got nice little glue on it as well. So I've just got to get my head over that. So we're obviously, as you can see, these are slightly wider than the cardstock. And you'll see why, because then you can just cut the excess off at the end. So floral one there, then we'll have a plain one. And you're just going to go in and you're just angling it. So it's up to you which way you go, as long as you leave a gap in between. But yeah, so there are, but yeah, very good if you've got lots of scrappy bits, as long as you can angle them, cut them on an angle, you'll be fine doing this. I'll just make sure I know which way I'm doing it. So, I don't know if I like that way. It does look a bit of a mess until when you see it over, but once you cut it off, let's see what. I should bring my shot glass up so I can just leave the glue lid off. Forget that. So, the trouble with the foil, it's quite slippery. So cardstock again. Go in with that angle. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing and get the idea. I'm just going to do that this time. Kind of creates like a sunburst effect, doesn't it? Floral. No, I don't know where Simon is. He's laying on the bed reading his book because he has been very busy today. And he told me he was going to come on tonight and give me a load of abuse. So he's obviously forgotten, or he's just listening to me while he's laying down. And I think this has gone a little bit steep with my angles actually, so not quite. Get it back. There we go. But just goes to show you every card's going to be different, obviously, every time you do it. There's a little bit of fuzzy edges on that one. What have we all been doing today, ladies? I have been crafting. I was very busy yesterday. I did, oh God, I went shopping, did my supermarket shop. I was thinking the cuppa was slow tonight. The cup, yeah, it is slow, yeah. I don't think he's made me one all day today, Susan. I've made him plenty. And of course, I had to get his lunch. Well, I went out at 10 to 4 and said to him, you do realise it's 4 o'clock and you've not even had any lunch? And he said, well, I was hoping you were going to do that. Can you do me some hot cross buns? Yeah, because he thinks I'm here to wait on him, you see. Now he's on his furlough period. I don't mind. I say he has been working very hard in the garden today and doing all sorts of stuff, cutting the leyland a little bit, I think. He's been redoing the porch, doing the woodwork on that, so we're going to cover them. I think we'll do it that way, then that'll cover just about. it's not quite covered that corner, but I might leave it. So I'm just going to leave that to dry just for a sec before I don't want to cut it until it's properly dry. So, but you can see how many bits I've still got left. So you can make at least probably at least 3 cards, 2 or 3 cards, I think. I reckon. So I'll put them there. Tell him he's slagging. I know he is, yeah. Well, so I'll let him off because he has worked hard today. He's not used to manual labour. He sits down on his bottom most of the time at his work. In his office. Oh, that's stuck to the car. Oh, never mind. Right. So yeah, we'll be cutting all that off in a minute, and then it'll look a lot better. Meanwhile, while that dries, we'll get on and do the sentiment. So I just did this in copper because this cardstock has got it's actually rose gold, and we don't do rose gold in Boston powder. We do copper, so I use copper instead. So going to go in with. So here are the stamp sets. So we've got ornate thanks. So you can see it's got thank you, so grateful, and thank, and then lots of other little sentiments with it. So, and this is released to customers tomorrow, April the 1st. The suite is. You don't have to buy the whole suite. And there's your ornate star one, which we're going to be using in a minute, the big flower. So what am I after? So, no, thank you, we're doing. And I have to say, I do love this font in this. Similar to what I call circus font, but I don't know what it's called. I should know. My daughter would, Steph would. She's a graphic designer and she loves fonts. Well, she's a trained graphic designer. She doesn't actually do it as a job at the moment. Right, excuse me, I'm just having a slope of water. I'm a bit dry and thirsty today. So we're doing. Are we doing gold or copper? Oh no, it's the other one doing gold. That's right. Confusing myself. There we go. So, embossing buddy. Would you believe I couldn't find this earlier today? Oh, it's because I haven't done any embossing for a while. All right. I didn't bring a foam mat up, but I think we can probably get away with it with embossing. I'm just going to go bang in the middle because I want to be able to angle that. Oh, it's very sticky. Sorry, I'm off camera doing that. Excuse me. Yeah, I anticipate there'll be lots of cards coming with this new ornate design suite, ornate garden suite, sorry. Because you get lovely dies with it as well, which I'll show you before we go, for those who didn't actually see me unbox it last week when it arrived. Just tidying up as I go so I'm not in my own way. Right, bit of noise. Then I forgot the pig. You can see it there. I don't know if that's my embossing powder, but I did that earlier. It's gone a little bit bubbly. But hey ho, I'm sure it'll be alright. Right, so we're just going to angle that slightly. Haven't picked a very big piece of cardstock, so which doesn't help. that's okay. And then I shall cut the excess off. Right, so now I'm back with that. So I'm just going to come in and cut all the back, all the odd bits off. Lining the copper foil up. Oh, where's that gone? There it is. Oh, that's because it's sticky. You could do this with scissors as well. Oh, got to be careful I don't cut myself doing this, but it's not very good that it's sticky. Oh. Scissors might be a better idea, who knows. See, look at that. See, looks a bit better now. Now it's cut. Yeah. Don't know whether that works for that large floral design, but as I say, you can use. Be interested to see if any of you have a go at doing it, because you could just say pretty much use any papers that you've got. So I thought it'd be a good one to do if you haven't got loads of stuff. Then we just go and mount it up. So yeah, just mount it on a little bit of Whisper White just to make it pop a little bit more. On 20 minutes. It's effective. Yeah, I think it is, Susan. So it's quite an easy technique once you get your head round it. It's one of those things, watch. I think so much easier once you do it rather than explaining it. Just try and get my borders, but yeah, this is only a very small border, so it's. So you don't have to have the plain. I think you do need the plain in between though, just to break up, especially if you've got busy patterns. I'm going to mount it on the. Obviously, the two colours I've used are the two colours that I've used in the colouring the flowers. That's it. I could flip it that way. Don't know which way I like it best. Yeah, I think I like it better like that, and then that's gonna go like that. Ooh, went right off the edge nearly then. Whatever's going on. Oh, I'm a bit too close. There we go. I haven't even been out for my daily exercise today. I've run out of time. I was going to try and do that stair fitness thing, Wanda, that Karen posted, or Karen's hubby posted last night. That looks quite good. Apart from I haven't got much room at the bottom of my stairs to do it, but I'm going to have a go. I'll do most of my, I hope. I just got to work out where to place that. Probably around about there. I think I want to cut it off at the actual pink bit, so I probably should have measured that. Or I'm going to, oh no, I didn't mount it on foam pads, not this one. Cut it off about there. A little bit. Yeah, I mean, you could do your stamping in there, but then I think you've got to make sure that you get it more straight. Which, to be honest, I think that's what it was meant to be like originally, but yes, I've saved it. Really love the card. Oh, thank you, Wanda. Yeah, I've saved the video as well, in the hope that I will do it and not just watch it. I did actually watch it last night and I thought it was very, very good. I think it was about 20 minutes long, but oh no, it might have been longer than that. I just said to Simon it was very good. But yeah, yet to try it yet. Story of my life, that is, watching lots of exercise videos, not doing much of it. Not all the time anyway. I'm not sure that's probably the best place to place it, but it's going to have to do for now. If I wasn't on Facebook Live, I'd probably take more time to think about it. But yeah, I think you get the idea anyway of how to do it. But lots and lots of different ways of doing it. And it'll always look different. Let's see, yeah, it looks very different from that one. Oh yeah, probably because the paper's different as well. But yeah, so that's that one done anyway. I watched it in bed. Yeah, I watched it just before I went to bed, I must admit. We're talking about a friend of ours, ladies, who's a physiotherapist. Well, her husband, she's a nurse, and her husband's a physiotherapist. I didn't do the inside. I'm not going to bother. And yeah, he posted a video last night of how you can use your stairs to do lots of strength exercise and some cardio. It was very good. But so I watched it, but I haven't done it yet. Right, here we go. Might go back and do now because I'm going to show you some other things as well. Yeah. So we're going to do this one next, which is it's gold embossed, and then just coloured in with your Stampin' Blends. And I need the kit. Here it is. So yet again for this one, using Kylie's template for the Whisper White, I used the Pool Party layer. So if I look on my sheet, Pool Party should be 12.8 by 8.4 centimeters. So yeah, as that. And then yeah, there aren't any other layers because I stuck them and cut them as I went, which I'll explain. I've got no stairs. Oh, have you? You're in a bungalow, are you? Oh dear. I say, well, I've really haven't. You've seen my stairs. There's not much room between them at the bottom to do press ups and stuff, but luckily I'm short, so I might get away with it. Right now, this stamp is quite large, and unfortunately, I didn't have it in acrylic block large enough, so I have to pull out my good old Stamper Artist for this. I'll have to turn it that way so you can see what I'm doing. So I'll put it in the corner, yeah, just as long as I can get it stamped on there, that's all I need to be able to do. So this time we're going to use gold embossing powder. I've noticed we are losing light now, so oh yeah, you can see that reflect on the... I should put a stamp set underneath this really, but so plenty of Versamark, and yet again that looks a little bit dry, my Versamark. I need to ink it up. So straight down. Did I emboss and buddy? I didn't, did I? I don't think I run the embossing buddy over it, or did I? I don't know. Too late now. Good job I've got a brush up here. Right. Not very well organised that, and yeah, brilliant. Now I've got this table beside me. I don't know how I coped without it before. It's lovely. I can spread everything out. Oh, not too bad. Just a little bit of a thing there that I've got to get the brush on. So yeah, just a tip if you do get a... My brush is not very good because I used it for glue and it's all on. I need to rewash it. I'll get that off. So I'm getting low on gold embossing powder. That's because we used it a lot at Christmas time. I'll clean that later. So just got to heat it now. Oh, I've missed a little bit at the top. You can see it. I don't know if you can see it turning. Really not good light now. There we go. You ought to bring the peg up to hold it with. Right, so that's our image. So yeah, hopefully you can see the difference. So you can see the difference between it being all in one and then it getting split up. It just, I don't know, it's nice on its own, obviously, but just thought it'd be nice to split it up a little bit. Oh yeah, I've just noticed how dark it's got all of a sudden. It's so lovely and sunny in here to start off with, but hey ho, I'm used to it being dark, so it might help if I actually put the overhead light on though, mightn't it? That might help. There we go, a little bit. Right, so yeah, it's just a case of colouring it in. Are you alright, Simon?
Yep.
Yeah.
You?
Yep. I'm still live. You can show. Oh no, you can't show your face.
No, don't.
No, they don't want to see your face. Oh, I've done that wrong. I've done the. Oh, never mind. Right. Let's see. That's what happens when husbands come in to disturb you. Look, I've done the wrong colours. I think I started it before he came in. Can't blame him. Ah. That's going to look really odd now. If there's. Oh, I don't know what to do. What colour is that dark? Right, well, we're going to have red daisies now. I don't know if I've ever seen red daisies. Right, ladies, what am I going to do? Shall I just switch the colours around, or not sure? I think I might actually. I've got flirty up here, so I'll just change the colours. These were meant to be this colour, the petal pink, very light, but now they're red. Poppy Parade. Don't know about any of you, but my brain's a little bit mushy at the moment anyway. I don't know why. I must admit, I'm focusing a lot better this week. I did have trouble focusing on things last week, which I think we all probably did with the news, but I guess we're all kind of settling into it now and knowing what we've got to do and just accepting it. We have no choice, really. We have to accept that we're in self-isolation, or whatever you want to call it, for a little while. I just can't wait for the sunshine to get a little bit warmer. At least we'll be able to enjoy it a little bit more as well. Oh, that in doesn't work. So here we go. We've created red daisies. Why not, she says. So luckily, I'm just going to go in with these with pink instead. Flirty Flamingo. Very roughly. Don't know what these are. Dahlias. Not sure. Oh, have you, Susan? Oh, that's not bad though, if that's your only down day. I must admit, I have, yeah. I'm okay as long as I do my exercise. Although, so I was meant to go out for a run today and I didn't. I couldn't, yeah, well, I've been busy if I'm honest. So I really will have to do something tomorrow. And my exercise does help keep me balanced. Took them a short walk down. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, well, it's been lovely. Simon's, it was really hot out there. Well, it was when I put the washing out, actually. Getting quite hot. I did actually turn the heating off because he came in and had a little bit of a moan that it was hot in here. So I thought, well, he had a point. It was. We will have ups and downs. Yeah, I think we will, ones. You're right. It's how we cope with it, really, isn't it? And as long as we know how to cope with it and know what to do. So my coping mechanism is definitely trying to eat healthily and doing my exercise. Obviously, seeing my family usually helps, seeing my girls, but that's not an option at the moment, only through video calls or Zoom. So we just have to do the best we can. Having great friends helps. Crafting helps. I won't even feel guilty for doing it at the moment for crafting. If that's all I feel like doing, then that's all I'm going to do if it helps me. I'm not going to put that added pressure on myself. They're actually quite pretty in the Flirty Flamingo. Happy accident again. Well, yeah, it's not bad actually. I haven't quite coloured them in very well, but they're right. Yeah, I mean they're a lot lighter, granted, to what the other card is. I quite like it. Yellow. I should have, let's see, it is orange. Yes, probably quite boring just watching me colour this. I was going to try and do one. I just didn't get round to doing one for one. Here's the one I made earlier, but I can chat to you all. Exactly, Susan. It is a start. Once you get crafting, as I say, it sometimes just takes so long to get back into it. But once you do, but this is why I try and recommend. I know it's not always easy to do a card every day for most people. I know some people do. But even if you can get crafting a couple of times a week, it will help. It will help your creativity. It will help with your ideas. Well, and your mental health, really. But as I say, it all depends how busy you are. But yeah, maybe you'll get that craft area done and sorted out. Certainly is making me do tasks that I haven't done in a while. Like I say, clean the bathroom, clean the bathroom, clean all the tiles down. I can feel it today. I said to someone, I thought I'd been late to the gym, my neck hurts, my shoulders. Then I realised, oh yeah, I cleaned all the bathroom tiles, are stretching up a lot, so that's why I can feel it today. It does dull, when you go over with the Stampin' Blends with this, it does dull the embossing a little bit. So just got to do the green. Oh no, might help if I finish the flowers first. Getting ahead of myself. It's time 22. The actual card doesn't take long to make, it's just this colouring in, so if you want as a quicker option you could do that by all means and do some quick cards. Let's just get it out of the way. Just do this very, very quickly. I wouldn't recommend colouring in this quickly. Right. So circular movements I use just to help the colours blend. I haven't told you the colours, have I? This is Old Olive I'm using for the leaves. It was Poppy Parade and Flirty Flinger and Daffodil Delight for the little flowers. That one just seems to hang there for some reason. Not the best colouring in the world, but as I say, I'm just conscious not to take too long doing it. Oh, I forgot I've got Whisper. I've got one of my dogs up here with me and I can hear her. So what have we got planned for tomorrow, ladies? Anything exciting? Any different walks that you might be going on? I must admit, we were going to go to, when we went over to West Lynn the other day to Prior's Butchers, we were going to go and walk along the river, and then, but we are going to go the opposite way to what we went last time. We were going to go up towards Palm Paper, but I decided not to because it was a bit windy and cold, and it's always cold and windy. Well, it is on when we go on our bikes up to Palm Paper, so I said to Sam, we'll do that another day. Keepers on your chair, Sandra. Nothing planned. So it was. Oh, are you, Wanda? Ooh. I'll have to find out where you're going. Not that we're allowed to meet up or anything. We would never do that. Break any rules. But I did say to someone today I would have liked to have gone out for a bike ride. But it didn't happen. So maybe tomorrow. I don't know what the weather's like. If it's windy, that ain't gonna happen. You know I don't like the wind on the bike. So we'll see. I'll have to look at the weather forecast, won't I, tonight? Right, there we go. Very roughly coloured in, upside down at the moment. So you can see, and I'm gonna add a little bit of Castella. Just oh, here comes the other one now. Daisy, bless her. Hello, Daisy. Yeah, your sister's in the crate. Yeah, she's not impressed. Is that you, Simon?
Yeah. Well,
You just opened the door for her.
yeah.
Don't let her go in the bedroom, please.
But I'm in here.
Oh, okay. That's all right then.
She's a bit more feminine.
Oh. Sorry, ladies. Because Daisy's a nightmare when she gets on my bed. She uses it like a trampoline. She's like a child. Okay, that's added a little. I don't know if you can see that. The light's not picking up very well. Yeah, it's a little bit of shimmer. Just to add a little bit more extra interest to it. Right, here we go. Here comes the triptych bit. Now, this measures 128, did I say? Yeah, 128 millimeters. So, you can just do it into threes, equal threes if you want to, but I fancied the idea of having it just a bit bigger in the middle. So I thought, right, kind of picked 50 out of my head. And then it said 50 and then 78 was left, which was good. So it was 39 and 39 my measurements. So, yeah. So I measured 39 millimeters there. Then I measured again. Just to show you. So I measured 39, border from that, then 50, and then obviously that's 39 as well. So just an easy way to split it up. You can do whatever measurements you like, but you can just about see my lines, my pencil lines. And then, well, I walked his knee off today. Oh dear. Is that Trevor? Is his knee playing up, is it? Right. No, I didn't do any measuring with this. I'm just going to glue it straight on and then cut them. Just giving it a little bit of a border. So a little bit of a border. Then straight in and cutting it. Conscious that I'm not gonna. So you can see I've only just got a very, I don't know if you can see, just a very fine border. So that's one. Just a very fine border right round. It's just, rather than giving you measurements or everything, I just find it easy to do this because your measurements might be different, slightly different from mine. So, you know, so just do it that way. A little bit fine there. Last one. Oh. Oh, got sticky fingers now. A little bit of a big border. Right. So that's it really. I'm just doing the embossing the sentiment and sticking them on. Right, so there you go. That's your 3 pieces. And it's just a case of sticking them on the... Now you could just stick them on, but I have just got a little bit of a base underneath. This is part of the paper in the Ornate Garden Suite. You can see it's got gold embossing on, hence why I gold embossed the flowers. And a little ditzy design on the back. The colour is Old Olive. It's the green, one of the greens. The other one is Mint Macaron, which is kind of a green. So just line that up at the top. As you know, I don't often measure anything. You can measure it to get it in the middle if you want. Hi Laura, how are you? Oh, I keep no, you want that right at the top. But it's, oh, it's set now, never mind. So just trim that off. And then you can just stick your triptych things on, your pictures. So I always put the middle one in first. You want to make sure that you've got enough room. You could raise them up onto foam pads if you wanted to. I chose to stick them down flat. And then raise my sentiment up. So just like that. Time 10-2. So you don't see much of the paper underneath, but it's enough just to add to it rather than just a blank. Right, nearly done. So that's your card. So it's up, you could leave it like that. You could just put a small sentiment on, but obviously because I'm using the Ornate Garden Suite, I'm going to do the So Grateful. And I don't know if it's just, or actually I might just do thank you because I've got that ready. Yeah, I'll do thank you. I don't know about you, but it's one of those words that when I saw it written out, I thought that just looked weird. It just looked strange. Not used to seeing it in rubber stamping, I think. And I don't know, the spelling looked wrong, and then I thought, it's not wrong, I know. It just seemed as though it was. So we're going to go in with gold again. Got to go. You're welcome, Susan. Take care. See you soon. Well, hopefully, anyway. Oh, that's going to be tight. Didn't bring a big enough piece of cardstock up. Oh, just won't have a banner one this time. So yeah, nearly finished the cards. I won't do the inserts because you've seen me do them before, but I will show you the dies for those who haven't seen them that go with this suite. I know that's not aimed at beginners, but just for those who have a die cutting machine, just so you can see how beautiful they are. Oh yeah, right. Quick blow heat gun job. Oh, but it's nice, that's it. Just could obviously use it with a die if we were using dies, but I'm just going to use the trimmer. Yeah, so there's not room to do a banner, so it's just going to have to be that. And some dimensionals. There we go. So it didn't take that long to make it. Ouch. Really, did they? 2 cards in under an hour, so. Just got some gold bits to put on it. Not quite know where to put that. It is rather a large stamp, so. Oh, I don't know. Just put it there. And just for some added. These are part of the suite as well. They're called Gilded Gems. And they're like a gold faceted. And just help to finish it off. One in the oh, that's close. I want to put one on every section really. So that's it. Right. And that's it. It's done. It's like I say, slightly different from the original because I got my colours mixed up, but hey ho. Still looks lovely though. Just different. Oh, and the sentiment we changed. Right. So that's those 2 done, and I will just quickly oh, I did, just in case you didn't see these on my Instagram, and then I shared them on my Facebook page. But these are the layers. This is what the dies. Sorry, this is what the dies create, and I just did some charts for them. So just to show you a bit better. So if I get the dies right, so this is the ornate layers one, which are these. So you've got all these in a pack. You've got all your different frames, and they cut out really well on the precision base plate. I was really happy with how they cut out. So yeah, now the red or the Poppy Parade layers, they're not part of it, but they're just to show you that our rectangle dies that we've already got fit really well inside. So really inside that big white one. Yeah, again with that one, it just fits in lovely, perfectly. And I'm guessing most of the rectangle ones do. I didn't try them all, I have to say, but I'm guessing they all fit in well. So yeah, that all your white layers are the dies that you get in that set. Yeah, that's right. So that's your layers one, and then you've got your borders, which is, so there's 2 separate dies, and so you've got all these, and they don't come mounted on the magnets. I put them on the magnets because I just find it a lot easier, and I don't like the sticky tape. So you've got all them, and you've got 3 little extra flowers, and then I haven't actually worked out what part that that edge cuts out yet, because it doesn't seem to fit any of these, so I've got a bit more of a play. But that's one border, that's your floral one, and this one, and there. So hopefully you can see. So that one cuts out that one. Your roses. This one's lovely because then you get your pieces out of it as well as extras, which is really handy. This one you can just, well, you can do all sorts with that. You can do it on the edge of a card. Can't see that very well, sorry. And then this one is pretty. That's similar to the border punch that we do already, but it's still lovely. And this is the shape, which I say I can't fathom out which one it cuts out yet. Whether it's just to do a fancy edge on a card, I'm not sure, but I will find out. And then your 3 flowers. So yeah, that's them. Right, let's just quickly flick up. So There we go. Hello. Right, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed them. Those, whatever you want to say. And yeah, I will be doing more ornate garden suite, definitely. I have some on the gold cards already semi-done. So I may even do a video with that, or because they will be using dies. So but there'll definitely be more cards on the horizon, that's for sure. Because yeah, I love the suite, and it's yeah, I've got some ideas coming from another source anyway, and which is a little bit secret at the moment. And but yeah, there'll be plenty to come. So watch this space. And thank you all for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you'll take care and stay safe. And I'll see you next Tuesday, if not before. Hopefully I might do another one, but it all depends on my time limits. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye.